So, Stephanie, what made you start Brandwood Global?
I read an article in the Wall Street Journal about 5 years ago on cloud-based computing and how it was really going to change the world. That article led me to start noodling around with the idea of creating a marketplace for branded entertainment. So I wanted to see what had been done in the past and how I could maybe use cloud-based computing in this deal making, which had been historically really about two sides doing months of negotiations, who really most people in the world don't even understand this part of Hollywood. So I thought, is it big enough a market to really add software? And if it is, how do I take out that who element and make it so that everybody in the world can get involved in branding without knowing anybody? And I think that's what we've successfully done.
And how does Brandwood Global work?
Yeah, so Brandwood Global really is a democratization of the Hollywood deal-making system. So we allow brands to come in or their agents, create a profile, create campaigns for all the different brands that a company might represent. They tell us what their budget is, what kind of content they're looking for, if it wants big stars, little stars, if they want to be in America or worldwide, what kind of genres, if they want nudity, etc. All these pieces of information create the deal, okay? And that deal goes out and gets matched to content creators, whether they're in film, TV, video games, VR, it doesn't matter. We will eventually support all platforms of content. Those content creators go into our system and they create a profile. And they say, okay, well, I have an opportunity in my sitcom for a soda company. And that soda company value that I'm looking for is valuated according to Brandwood and its valuation system at $5,000. Well, do I accept that or do I reject it? If I accept it, then it goes out and it starts to find deals in that price range. If I reject it, I could price myself out of the market. Every deal that we close in Brandwood, the AI of our system teaches it how to be smarter. So the next deal goes, okay, well, we know now between that soda company and that kind of sitcom, this value for a soda deal is worth $5,000. I thought it was worth 10, but I didn't close the deal at 10. So basically what it does is it allows the brands and their agents to know that they're not overpaying for these deals, and it helps the content creators make sure that they're not undercharging or that their expectations are too high. Once the deals come together, then we close them legally. We negotiate all the deal pieces through software. So the negotiation platform takes over. Once they both match, they both have to be subscribers in our system, and it goes through and it says, okay, well, are you willing to do a shout out? Are you willing to do this? Do you agree to this price? All these pieces are negotiated. They are put into an addendum of the contract. These contracts are zero redlining. They're perfectly balanced to both sides. We put all the addendums that have been negotiated through the software into the back end of it, and both sides sign through DocuSigns or Adobe EchoSigns. Once they sign, then our job becomes to monitor the results. And one way that we do that is that we put a piece of code into the soundtrack with the filmmaker's permission to track every sale that's made from that content for that brand. All that information is shared by both parties, and it's also shared with us internally. We're monetized on that deal, the content creator is monetized, and the brands, of course, are monetized. That changes the whole game of how product placement will be an evolving solution from the commercial walkaway that you're finding with brands today.
And how do you see Brandwood Global helping the branded entertainment marketplace?
Yeah, I see it being gangbusters. I think it can be a hub for deal making globally between brands and content creators worldwide, and also celebrities. There's branding across the whole spectrum. What we're doing is we're just, if you can imagine, the spectrum of light that we see physically is just one piece of a larger spectrum of light visibility. Unfortunately for us as humans, we only see a small portion of that. That's how I see how branded entertainment's working right now. We're kind of in the sliver of a large spectrum. What I think Brandwood Global can do is we can enlarge that visibility on the spectrum to allow people to see a much larger playing field for how their brands can get incorporated into content such as film and TV, how they can do celebrity endorsements. You can be a brand anywhere in the world and have access at your fingertips. You can be a content creator in Malaysia, India, UK, Russia, US, and have no backing from Hollywood studios, and yet still get branding deals with Brandwood. And that will help you leverage what you need to do to get your filming. Brandwood does so much more than just matching. And that's what the beauty of this is. The way we've designed it is a fully structured whole that works with different elements of our user roles. If you're a brand, then we give you a 100% guarantee on your deals. We ensure that so that you're not going to lose your money. If you're a filmmaker, we help you do something called brand gut financing so that you can get your money in advance to use in your production budget. All with securities for the brand, for the bank, and for us. This has all been designed perfectly. Also with Brandingo, it's phenomenal because the ROI for a brand is not really there right now in the marketplace. With Brandingo, it allows us to track sales and purchases from live events like sporting events, through concert events, through TV, through non-commercial TV. I mean, it's pretty much unlimited what we'll be able to do. And this will just become a household name. Brandwood Global will be used across the board between the audiences who are pleased now to have another way to interact with brands besides commercials. It'll be great for the brands because they're getting that hard ROI that they don't get right now, and they're getting the protection. And for the content creators, it's a whole new world. You don't have to be somebody in Hollywood to actually get your content funded. Now we can actually help you wherever you are in the world. So we're very excited. We think it's going to be a whole new day.